Assalamu alaikum, dear students of class 11th. On the behalf of KMES English Medium High School and Junior College, I, Miss Farheen Ansari, is going to start a new chapter of 11th Standard Physics textbook, that is chapter number 11, Electric Current Through Conductors. But before start with this new chapter, let's start with the basics of the physics, that is, what is physics? The branch of science which deals with the interaction of matter and energy is called physics. There are two main branches of physics: classical physics and modern physics. Further, sub-physics branches are mechanics, electromagnetics, thermodynamics, optics, and etc. The rapid progress in science during recent years has become possible due to discoveries and invention in the field of physics. The technologies of our modern society throughout the world are related to physics. For example, a car is made on the principle of mechanics, and a refrigerator is based on the principles of thermodynamics. Now, let's see some importance of physics in our daily life. In our daily life, we hardly find a device in which laws of physics are not involved. For example, pulleys are used to lift heavy loads. Electricity is used to get light, heat, and mechanical energy that derives fan and electric motors. Means of transportation such as cars and airplanes, domestic appliances such as air conditioners, refrigerators, vacuum cleaners, washing machines, and microwave oven, etc. The means of communication such as radio, TV, telephone, and computer are the result of application of physics. These devices have made our lives much easier and faster and more comfortable than in the past. So these are the some importance of the physics. As this is my first video lecture of class 11 of academic year 2020 to 21, so that's why I have to start with the basics of the physics. Now let's move on to our main topic, that is electric current through conductors. So first let's see some topics which are omitted for this academic year. So here is the list of the topics. So as you can see here, the first column is page number, the second column is sub point number, and the third column is sub points. So, electric current, flow of current through a conductor, drift speed, Ohm's law, limitation of the Ohm's law, electrical energy and power, resistors, and last is specific resistance or resistivity. So, these are the some topics which are omitted for this academic year, but there are some important things which we have to study, which is necessary to study for the topics that we are going to study. So see which topics these are. First of all, what is electric current? So here, as you can see, a diagram is with us. So here we have to consider an imaginary gas of both negatively and positively charged particle. The negatively and positively charged particles flowing randomly in various directions across a plane P. In a time interval small t, let the amount of positive charge flowing in the forward direction be q positive and the amount of negative charge flowing in the forward direction be negative of q. as the small q is always considered as the electric charge. Thus, the net charge flowing in the forward direction is q is equal to q plus minus q minus. See, basically charge is considered as q, as we are having two charges with us, that is positive q and negative q. So net charge flowing in the forward direction will be q is equal to positive q plus negative q, and when you remove the bracket, so that will be q positive q minus negative q. So this is the net charge flowing in the forward direction. Then for a steady flow, this quantity is proportional to the time t. The ratio q upon t is defined as the current I. So how you are going to define current I? So basically current I is nothing but flow of charge per unit time. That is I is equal to q upon t. So this thing is very important that you have to remember. What is electric current? So basically electric current is a flow of charge per unit time, that is I is equal to q upon t. Now the SI unit of the current is ampere, denoted by capital A. That of the charge and time is coulomb, that is capital C, and second, that is small c respectively. Let I be the current varying with the time. Let delta of q be the amount of net charge flowing across the plane P from time t to t plus del of t, that is during the time interval of del of t. Then current is given by, now see, as current is nothing but I is equal to q upon t. But if we are having a time interval of t, that is if initial time is t and final time is t plus del of t, so how you can define the current? Then the current will be nothing but I is equal to, with the limit of delta t tends to 0, del q upon del t. So basically again it is nothing but I is equal to q upon t. So what you have to remember? You have to remember the basic definition of the current, that is current is equal to flow of charge per unit time, that is current is equal to q upon t. Now the current during lightning could be as high as 10,000 ampere, while the current in the household circuit could be of order of few amperes. Current of the order of milliampere, a microampere or nanoamperes are common in semiconductor devices. Now what is semiconductor devices? This we will study in the last chapter. So this is all regarding the electric current, that in that you have to only remember the definition of the current, that is I is equal to q upon t. Then the next important topic is nothing but Ohm's law. So basically the relationship between current and potential difference was first discovered by German scientist Georg Siemens Ohm. This relationship is known as Ohm's law, and the statement of the same is, as you can see here, the current I through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference V applied across its two ends, provided the physical state of the conductor is unchanged. So you have to focus on the current I through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference, that is I is directly proportional to V. So always remember, if we are having proportionality sign with us, so the next step it should be we have to remove the proportionality sign, so we have to take some constant. So here V is equal to IR, where capital R is the proportionality constant. So we can write this proportionality constant as small capital R is equal to V upon I. So as where R is a proportionality constant and it is called the resistance of the conductor, and the SI unit of resistance is nothing but ohm. So if potential difference of 1 volt across a conductor produces a current of 1 ampere through it, then the resistance of the conductor is 1 ohm. So this is all regarding the Ohm's law. What you have to remember? You have to remember the formula. What is the relationship between I and applied potential difference, that is I is directly proportional to V, then V is equal to IR and R is nothing but V upon I. So let's see the graphical representation of current versus potential. So here you can see we are having a graph of current versus potential difference. So it should be a straight line. The graph of current versus potential difference across the conductor is a straight line. So you have to keep remember, in Ohm's law, the graphical representation of current versus potential should be a straight line. So this is all regarding the electric current and Ohm's law. So this is the introduction part of the chapter electric current through conductors. Inshallah, in the next video lecture, we will start with our main subtopics. Let's stop here. Thank you.